My name is Marcel Hansen, and you're listening to Small Habits, Big Changes. Let's dive in. Welcome to today's episode. Honestly, there has never been a better time for you to get into shape, into physical shape, into mental shape, into financial shape, and into emotional shape. We're talking about your core fitness here, and there are 52 things that you can do throughout the course of the year, giving you one tip each week that will actually revolutionize, will completely transform your quality of life. Stick with me. I'm going to get deep into it today. If you're listening to me right now, in today's episode, I'm going to give you a few simple things to get you going to absolutely transform your fitness. And we're talking all levels of fitness: physical fitness, getting your body in shape; mental fitness, getting your mindset right, your mindset in shape; financial fitness, as in becoming solvent or using debt properly to increase wealth through your personal assets; and emotionally, getting you fit, getting your emotions in shape. We call it emotional regulation or state management. That's what Tony Robbins refers to it as. Why you'd want to do these things, why you'd want to increase and optimize these 4 areas of your life: the physical, the mental, the financial, and the emotional, should be self-evident. Yet I think people forget. If you can get yourself to a place of being physically fit, having good, healthy habits, you won't likely just live longer, you'll be happier. You'll prevent falls and likely sickness and dis-ease and premature death in a multitude of ways. When it comes to being mentally fit, it's important in today's day and age. I think we all know what goes on in the news, in the mass consciousness. Having clarity and the right mindset will take you to where you need to go in every other area, whether you have lofty financial goals or lofty physical goals. You want to compete in the Olympics, you want to run a marathon, at whatever level. Being mentally fit, having the right mindset, is crucial to your sustained success. Crucial. Being financially fit is very important. It's not important so much to be wealthy per se, generationally. I don't think that's of huge value. I don't aspire to have generational wealth, say, to bequeath to my kids. I think it's important that people learn their own way and earn their way to their level of wealth and riches. There's a saying, I hope I don't butcher it up, but it's hard times create strong people, create good times, create soft people, and soft people create hard times, and hard times create strong people. And it's cyclical in that way. I want my children to learn the same way I did, that money is not the end all be all. My happiness is not predicated on my bank account, and money and wealth offers more options and provides the opportunity for a myriad of experiences that maybe without would be more challenging. I'm all for earning as much as you can in your lifetime and spending it in your lifetime, or leaving a legacy to a foundation or an organization or a trust for family members so that they're taken care of in that generation, if that's what you choose. Regardless, being financially fit, while it's not the most important, I think it does provide aid to some of the other areas of fitness. Being emotionally fit is huge. I think that when you are physically fit and your mindset is optimized, then your emotions are a lot more regulated just in nature. Your highs may not be as high, your lows are not as low. A lot of that is diet related, but also value related. So, what brings you pleasure and provides you with fulfillment is different. So, today, if you're listening, there's something that called you to listen today, and you're still listening, and we're 6 minutes in, then there might be something here for you. Being physically fit and mentally fit and financially fit and emotionally fit, these are the core levels of fitness that almost everybody speaks about. Everyone who's done a New York Times bestseller is talking about being physically fit, whether it's David Goggins or maybe it's even mindset for David Goggins. If it's finances, money mastering the game, Tony Robbins wrote a huge book about that. Whether it's emotionally fit, less New York Times bestsellers talking about being emotionally fit. So I have a sweet spot there. But the last one that I haven't mentioned that is very important, and to me is the one that makes all the difference. It is the foundation of the mindset. It is the foundation of the emotional regulation. It is essentially the foundation of the financial fitness as well. Not so much the physical, but it could be deemed as that. I think depending on how you become physically fit and how you maintain your physical fitness is hugely predicated on whether or not this fifth element is existing in your life. And the fifth one, I'm going to get to, I'm just going to leave you hanging just for a minute because I will save that for last. The fifth one is the most important. It is the best, in my opinion. It is still talked about, but I don't think it's obtained as often as financial success may be, or maybe physical fitness, or maybe mindset. For our physical fitness, we have My Stable Table as a core wellness protocol. We're going to monitor our hydration, get adequately hydrated each and every day. We are going to monitor our movement and be active in our physical body each and every day. We're going to maintain nutritious meals, whether you're eating 2 meals a day or 4 meals a day across the board. We're looking at whole food, nutritious meals. And then we touch on quality sleep, which is massively important. Having a nighttime routine that gets you into bed and gets you tuned in to resting between 9 and 10 o'clock is a game changer. I've been saying this for about 20, 25 years, and they're really coming into sleep studies in the last decade or so that are proving that your sleep, one, that most people don't understand that they're actually not sleeping the amount of hours that they're in bed. I know that sounds simplistic, but it actually is true. Most people think they go to bed at 9 and get up at 5. They got 8 hours sleep. It's absolutely not the case. Nearly 100% of the time, that is not the case. So knowing sleep cycles, latency, rejuvenated sleep, restorative sleep, the different layers of sleep that are going on and the activity around that is massive. So just educating yourself about how that is. Yes, you can use a wearable, Whoop and Aura and Sleep 8, track your, not only your HRV, but they track your sleep cycles. These can be really enlightening to witness in black and white, if you will. So of those 4, hydration, exercise, nutritious meals, and quality sleep. So adequate hydration, very simple. Take your body weight, divide it by 2, and those are the number of ounces of the best quality water, hydrogen rich, filtered, that you can afford and access ethically. Half your body weight in ounces. If you weigh 155 pounds, cut it in half, round it up a little, makes it really simple. 80 ounces of water each and every day. This is essential. This is not even debatable. Okay. Half your body weight in ounces. If you're in a first world country, probably most of the people listening, you have access to exceptional drinking water with a little filtration. We want to avoid fluoride, lead, chlorine, especially chlorine and fluoride. We want to avoid these things, not only drinking, but showering if we can. I'm a huge proponent of having a filtration system, whole house, or at least 2 units that are your drinking water and your showering water, which is the setup I have. If you have any questions about that, you can text and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. You don't have to purchase. I'm a distributor for the company that I have, but you certainly have many other options. But knowing a few key components to the quality of filtration that you have is really helpful in your research journey. So you want to drink half your body weight in ounces each and every day. You want to get that in earlier in the day from the time you wake up to an hour before dinner. You want to consume all your water. You will get moisture and hydration from vegetables and other fruits and other foods, but many people are not getting that from fresh foods because the majority of people are eating processed foods and ultra processed foods. So having whole foods, we'll get to nutrition in just a minute, is really essential for vitamins, minerals, and all of your amino acid and vital nutrients. But drinking this water each and every day is the best thing you can do for your body if you're just getting going or you want to take it to the next level. I highly recommend a little granule or two of Celtic salt just before you start sipping on each glass of water. Secondly, when it comes to daily movement, I say 10 minutes outside each and every day is where a starting point is. When you can commit to that, then start upping the quantity of time, because it is more important that you're moving each and every day than you're moving a lot. If you save your hike to do on the weekend because you work Monday through Friday, a desk job or whatever, and you want to get out and be in nature on the weekend, and so you save a 2-hour hike for that, you are better off doing 1 minute of jumping jacks every hour for the 6 to 8 hours that you're sitting at your desk, or 20 burpees or 25 push-ups every hour. If you spent 1 minute doing something high intensity before you went back to work, you would be years, if not decades, ahead of a 2-hour hike on the weekend. With the sedentary lifestyle during the week is deadly. You need to be moving each and every day, each and every day. So I don't work out every day. For example, I only train maybe 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 days a week. But each and every day I rebound for 3 minutes, 3 times. I'll do about a 30-second to 4 minute Qigong routine, maybe 3 to 5 times a day. I'm certainly walking around. I don't sit down a ton unless I'm doing podcast filming like now, or I'm working on admin. However, I'm outside. I do stairs. I live in a building that has a couple staircases to get up to my flat. So I am moving consistently, and a little goes a long way. That's where this saying truly applies. You are better to just do a little bit multiple times a day than to try and stack all of your workout or all of your exercise into 1 or 2 days on the weekend. It's not that you need to forego that on the weekend. Do that as well. But each and every day, Monday through Friday, be sure you are moving each and every hour. You're getting up out of your chair. You're doing push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, wall sits, on the rebounder, qigong. You can do tapping and self-massage. There are so many things that you can do. You need to be doing those like every hour, okay? Just for a minute or two, because if you think about it, geez, I'm uncomfortable even just sitting for this amount of time. If you think about it, If you're sitting for 58 minutes of the hour, 2 minutes is nothing. You got to get up, you go to the bathroom. After you finish the bathroom, before you come back to work, you can do some tapping. You can work down some of the meridian. You can give yourself some self-massage or massage your hands or your head or your ears. Getting better at anything takes focus. It takes awareness. It takes practice. It takes building habits, building a routine that serves you. It's often been said, so many people want six-pack abs or a washboard stomach. Nobody wants to do the consistent work that it takes in the kitchen and in the gym and or working out or being active in life to make those things happen. No better time than right now for you to say, no more, time for a little change. It's brand new year, Lunar New Year just passed. We're in the year of the dragon. And you deserve to live out some of that potential that you've been keeping on the back burner. Thirdly, nutritious foods and meals. I've been through this a number of times and broken it down, but you really want to get away from processed foods. Anything that has a bag, a barcode, wrapped in plastic, all of that. Focus on whole foods. If you can grow it, find it in nature, that's a whole food. An apple off a tree, right? A grain that grows in a field. Whether or not you're a meat eater, I try and very much minimize eating other living beings. And I'm a huge proponent of that if done for the right reasons. But there are extenuating circumstances that animal products, meat, dairy, eggs, not so much dairy, but meat can really help someone get back on track. Once you're back on track, then you can decide whether or not continuing to eat meat is ethically and spiritually aligned with your values. When we get to quality sleep, like I said, we're trying to go to bed between 9 and 10. You want a dark room. You want a cool room. Taking a warm shower or a hot shower before bed is a brilliant. If you haven't tried it, what's interesting about it is gets you really hot, but it actually drops your core body temperature. And that's what we need to get into deep restorative sleep and to fall asleep and stay asleep. We need to be a little bit cooler than we run around during the day, 1 to 3 degrees. I have seen pretty consistently my sleep metrics be really good between 1 degree over my norm and 3 degrees under my norm. Once it's over 1 degree over my norm, really the sleep quality drops. We want to get a good, healthy nighttime routine. We want to prioritize sleep. Being physically fit is so easy with enough rest, real rest, not just sleep. Setting goals, having the right mindset, so much easier with sleep. Setting lofty financial goals and being very successful in business, hugely predicated on enough sleep. Being emotionally fit each and every day is 100% dependent on consistent sleep. We all know those people who they're inconsistent from day to day. They could be there and then not be there for themselves, for the people around them. They say one thing, but they seem flaky, poor habits, but a lot of this can be reduced and if not eliminated by a proper sleep routine. So there you have it. That's all you got to do. Hydrate, move, and I'm going to say hourly for the 12 hours you're awake. Every hour, be getting up, doing something from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Golden. Eat whole foods and get yourself a very healthy sleep routine. Number 5, I saved the best for last, cannot be understated. It's truly, looking back over my 30 years, nearly 30 years on this journey, I will say that what has sustained me physically and mentally and financially and emotionally is my spiritual fitness. I've said this before and I believe it as sure as I sit before this camera filming today. With spiritual connection, however you define it, you will be better off than 99% of those who are wandering lost in the world without purpose, without clarity, without any guidance. Now, whether you believe in God or you want to look at the nature or the universe as a whole, even looking at the animal kingdom or nature, like connecting with animals, your pets or wildlife, whether you're a bird watcher, whether you have a cat or a dog or fish or a lizard, whether across the way from your farm, cows or horses or goats or sheep in the field, communing with something greater than yourself, which I believe the animal kingdom is far greater than we are, as well as the universe, whether you're watching the wind blow, you see a sunrise or a sunset, you glimpse a rainbow, or you get to hear waves crashing. If you're really lucky, you live close enough to the ocean, you can hear that. That can be your spiritual grounding. You don't have to read scripture or go to a church or sit in a sangha and regurgitate lines from a book. You can do those things, but you don't have to. Having spiritual grounding allows for clarity when it comes to what to do in regards to physical fitness, in regards to mental, financial, or emotional fitness. The spiritual aspect of your fitness is essential for consistent, long-term fulfillment. Through spiritual grounding, you will find your purpose. Through spiritual grounding, you will find your direction. And I always say, when your direction is clear, decisions are easy. There's no pondering decisions. There's no, ooh, should I? No, it's very clear. You want to be physically fit? It's easy to say no to a party that starts at 10. You value your sleep at night? Simple to say you're not going out to that party. Doesn't even get going till 11 o'clock. You're committed to your physical and emotional and mental well-being. Really easy to say no to the things that take you out of alignment. Take a look at what you're doing and what you say you value. They should be the same. They should be the same. If I say I value the relationship I have with a loved one, my cat, my dearest friend, my sister, then my daily action will show that, because I will spend quality time with my cat, with my dearest friend, connecting with my sister. Whether that is long distance, FaceTime, voice messages, text, it will show. If I say I value whole foods and animals, then you will see that I am eating whole foods and not very many animals. And I have my own, as everyone does, I have my own gauge with what I feel good about or what I feel okay about, and the temperate nature of that. And everyone has to come to terms with what works for them spiritually, value based, and decide accordingly. But when you have that spiritual connection and you know your North Star, you know your purpose, then each and every day decisions are so simple. They can be made like that. So I hope that helps. I really love to see people get some momentum, some wind under their wings here early in the year that can sustain them with healthy habits throughout the year. Each and every year, we start with my stable table, which is the hydration, the movement, nutritious meals, and quality sleep. Do a review and an overview of that protocol so people can get re-enrolled in it. If you have any questions about how this applies to you or where you can start, you feel overwhelmed, like, oh, it's all too much, There's always a first step for everybody. And sometimes it's different for everyone because there is no one size fits all. Reach out via text. Happy to have a quick exchange with you and get you pointed in the right direction. In order to do that, I'd have to ask you some individual questions. And I can't just say, start here right now. But the text community is free. Those texts do come directly to me. The number's on the outro. Give a listen. And once again, if you know anybody in your household that you want to get healthier with, that you want to optimize your life together, share this episode with them, a friend, a family member maybe that you don't live with, that you think may benefit from being on the same page as you move through your progression of becoming healthier, whether it's physically, mentally, financially, or emotionally, or spiritually fit. Send them this episode, share it with them so you guys can work together, because having someone in your corner that you know is great. It's fantastic. If you don't know someone, then send me a text and I'll be in your corner. And anytime you have a question or a quandary, you can feel free to send it in and I will do my best to get you pointed in the right direction for you. Until next time, remember, you can be cause or effect, but you can't be both, and you need to choose. If you don't choose, by default, you will become effect. So take this agency, the control and power that you have to change just one thing in your domain right now, change it for the better. You got this. I'm rooting for you. Until next time, be well.
Thank you so much for listening today. If you feel any part of this episode resonated with you, then please consider sharing it with a friend who may also find value in it. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And before you go, did you know we have a fantastic free text community? If you want more bite-sized health hacks and reminders delivered directly to your phone, absolutely free, then text keyword YES to 206-483-2960. Again, that's keyword YES to 206-483-2960. And we'll see you on the inside.